We're in the foothills of the Apennine Mountains, and on a clear day you can see the Alps in the far blue distance. But right in front of us is the great city of Bologna, a geographical and cultural crossroads for millennia. The two towers, Bologna's most famous landmarks, built nearly a millennium ago in the early 1100s and still looming large over the horizon of the city. With the church unfinished because of the Vatican's jealousy and a statue of a pope transformed into a patron saint so Napoleon wouldn't destroy it, Piazza Maggiore is filled with mysteries. Bologna's two great thoroughfares meet at the statue of Neptune, constructed in the 1560s and still a place in which locals meet to greet friends and to fill their water bottles. Young by Bologna's standards, built in 1888, Via dell'Indipendenza connects the train station to the center of town and celebrates Italian independence with a statue to Garibaldi. In a city filled with 24 miles of porticos, this is the longest, stretching from the medieval city gates all the way up back into the mountains. Built atop the stones of an ancient Roman road, Bologna's main east-west thoroughfare embraces the old and the new, from an ancient city hall to a 21st century Apple store. Framed by some of the city's prettiest porticos, emblazoned with the faces of nobles who once inhabited these palaces, Piazza Santo Stefano is one of the city's most lovely and historical town squares. Bologna once boasted 100 such towers, of which 22 now remain. Signs of prestige for the noble inhabitants and fortresses in times of war, this one was repurposed into a prison and is now a bed and breakfast. Though countless architects shaped the city of Bologna, none have left a greater trace than the 1,000 years of students who have come here for their education. Via Zamboni is the heart of the student quarter. The medieval version of the New York Stock Exchange, the Palace of Merchants, is where bankers and merchants would convene to hear stock prices read aloud from the white marbled balcony. Waterways once wove through much of Bologna, but as they became less essential to business, many were covered over. But fortunately, a glimpse of this one can still be spotted. St. Francis of Assisi visited Bologna in 1226. And his followers soon asked to build a church in his honor, and 15 years later, work on this grand basilica commenced. When viewed from above, Bologna is a green city, but most of this vegetation is hidden inside private gardens. Fortunately, this grand century-old plane tree is for all of us to enjoy. Nestled in the Apennines at the end of the city's longest portico is the sanctuary of Madonna of San Luca, which shines down on the city day and night to welcome people to Bologna, whether it is your first or your 1,000th time.